Hey there, folks, and welcome back to the Timbuktu Campaign. Last time, under the Atakanship of Yuma Sawari, we concluded our massive project of colonizing the Guinea region, the vast coastal region filled with jungle, dense impassable jungle, and jungle passes through the dense impassable jungle to our southwest, which took an entire 2 matter of missions to slog through. Now we have fully brought the region into the Republic, though it's not fully integrated quite yet. We are roading our way around. It's pretty slow going, and the actual terrain, on top of being difficult to navigate, is not particularly valuable beyond just being strategically nice to control the territory directly and to get access to a couple nice resource spots here and there. There is some gold in these jungles, but there's not much more. And you know, I just realized my music is not on. Whoops. I turned my music off when I'm working on Hegemony, which I do, in-game with Imperator Rome. So sorry about that. Hope you don't mind the slightly quieter opening there. But moving on, we have now fully colonized Guinea and are looking ahead to some other projects we can work on once we get the roads done. Now, my claim on Gao is in place. I don't have one on Kirikongo, but I do have one on Gao. They're actually fighting this random tribe, Zira. I'd hope that they'd actually ally with Kirikongo, and they might still do that in the future. So I may want to continue waiting until I attack them, just so I can get a 2-for-1 deal on that. If they were going to ally Kirikongo, it would be after the war with Zira. I'm also now under an Otacon who doesn't have the best marshal, which is a relatively good transition moment to talk about the new Otacon of Timbuktu, Sabiri Sawari. This is a familiar name, not the same character as the previous Sabiri Sawari, but here we are with her. She's a traditionalist, coming in with 3, 4, 8, 11, which is going to mean 3% increased manpower recovery speed and plus 3% army morale recovery. For finesse is minus 4% build cost and plus 8% national commerce income. This, by the way, more than the marshal, is the biggest downside of Sabiri. 4 is at the extreme low end of what I'm comfortable dealing with in terms of finesse for my Ghana governor, so not particularly great, but I didn't have a lot of control over the selection, and I am fine with her given her very strong other stats, in particular 8 charisma, 1.60 claim fabrication speed increase, and minus 0.08 monthly tyranny, and most notably 11 zeal, minus 0.11 monthly war exhaustion, and plus 0.11 monthly stab change. Now, the tyranny bonus is quite nice, as I am always trying to shed this last little bit of tyranny I picked up and I just can't seem to get rid of. But the real prize here is that zeal. Now, I do currently have Divine Sacrifices running, and I think I actually have it running for a little while. Let's see how far I have. Just kidding, I have it running for 12 months, or I guess technically 11 months is how I should phrase that. So, no, it would be 12 months, because then the end of the 12th month is when it's January, so I was right the first time. So we do have Divine Sacrifices going for the rest of this year. I should be able to get enough PI in time to get Divine Sacrifices running again. Mainly this episode, I want to focus on rebuilding up my sort of stability cushion, just so I have more room to change laws, which is a big stability investment. And in particular, I'm thinking of switching away from Deny Priest and Senate. This pop conversion speed bonus has been very nice, but there are some very good alternatives. I think between these options, either back to traditional observance or trying out senatorial veto, just to ensure my frequent PI investments in Divine Sacrifice are always cheaper. That could be quite nice. Also thinking of changing away from Rights of Nobility. Now, I am at the moment at 174. We're basically right up at the cap, but I'm nearly at the point with my technology, that's not the right tree, of getting to Scribe A, which will give us much more room to work with. And as I don't intend to do a lot of rapid expansion super soon, which is the main thing that reduces your research efficiency, because you're getting new population that aren't producing much or any research, which is the way research efficiency is actually calculated. By the way, I know I've commented on this multiple times before, but I think the research efficiency mechanic of this game is just one of the most poorly communicated and most complicated that needs to be better communicated, which is why in my mod Hegemony, I basically wrote a dissertation-length description for this to clearly explain how it works. But the important thing for this campaign is I know how research efficiency actually works, so I'm planning around that knowledge. So Scribe is next up, but we don't have any tech that is, or any research progress that is close enough to get it in this episode. Our furthest along with religious research is still looking to be early 282. Even if I get, events that give me more research progress or something rare like that, I don't think I'm going to be getting this episode, so that's fine. In the meantime, we have this current efficiency to work with. But getting back over to our government with Sabiri Sawari, in terms of the politics, the next expected outcome is Geneva Chelabeli. This is my augur. This is basically a kind of worse version of Sabiri Sawari, with slightly better martial, admittedly, but even worse finesse and no good charisma, similar high zeal. This is going to be an election I'm going to want to interfere with to get someone else, honestly. I'll figure out exactly what my options are later. Again, I don't have a lot of information here, given the fact that the candidates are not displayed to you in this interface. But over in the faction side, we have ourselves a bit of an interesting return to balance in the Republic in a unusual development. The Trads have lost their dominant position, and although they are still the plurality party, we've got equal power 32-32 oligarchs and Dems, which does threaten our support situation a little bit, because we have, as usual, maxed out Trad support, and we have very good oligarch support right now. We're okay right now, but with Democrats back in a more powerful position, at least relative to their the complete weakness for many, many episodes, I think we need to be a little bit more cautious about this. Although that's not going to mean me assigning any offices in a way that the Democrats like, because I, at this point, am prepared to brute force my way to a meritocratic government, no matter what they say about that. So that is an interesting dynamic for this episode. Of course, with Trads in charge, we do have that Omen Power plus 10% bonus, which I think is going to translate into the Yurugu or Jackal. Yurugu will produce I think a more diverse range of good results. But I could make a lot of money from Jackal, and I've been kind of going back and forth recently on which one I want to go with. Let's take a look at our economy for a moment here. Yeah, that commerce bonus would be very, very valuable. That is very true. And with high stability, I might be fine to hold off on the happiness bonus. Like, outside of my core, it would be felt. It certainly would be felt. And it is actually 19.40% state religion happiness. That's a very, very high happiness bonus. I think it's really hard to justify not going for Yurugu. I'm just looking for anything that I know gives me research and going for other options because I'm maxed out on research right now. There. I think I'm going to... I'm trying to think. State religion happiness would also affect freemen and tribesmen and slaves that are Bedaic, and a lot of them are. I've been converting them. And they're going to produce more tax for me. I think the thing is, okay, so let me phrase it like this. Which one gives me more money? Almost for sure, Jackal. Which one gives me a wider range of bonuses and also helps with, provincial loyalty? It would be Yurugu. Let me check and see, actually. Do I have any need to think about provincial loyalty here? These places are actually relatively converted, so this would be felt over here. This would give me a lot more room to work with, to be honest. I mean, a lot of these are near the edge of even being in that position. I think I'm going to go with Yurugu, ultimately. I think nearly 20% happiness for all Bedaic pops is so powerful that even though I think I would have more use of the money, I think this will really stabilize my country for this 5-year period. And this is going to be a relatively quiet 5-year period with the low martial Otacon. I think it makes sense just to focus on building back up internal stability and internal management. So let's go with Yurugu. Here we go. All right. Very good. And economy this will update after a tick or two. So let's see, like around here, how the pops are looking. Basically every Bodaic pop has a huge bonus here. Yeah, 20%. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so getting back over to our government, the Trads want me to do a conversion in Kono. I'm working on it. But let's talk about Sabiri Suwari as a character. So she's 44 years old, she's in perfect health, she's got exactly 50 statesmanship, and she is coming in with miserly -1 finesse, -10% Senate influence, +2 holdings conviction, and +0.05 monthly oligarch conviction. As the governor of Ghana, -10% local tax, as the ruler, another -10% local tax. Not ideal, but that's fine. To Sabiri, wealth is there to be owned, there just always seems to be more to collect. Cruel, -1 in charisma, +3 enslavement efficiency, and +5% Great Wonder construction, and +0.05 monthly oligarch conviction. As the governor of Ghana, +6% slave output, that's going to help out with repairing her tax effect there. But as the ruler, +0.02 monthly tyranny. Not ideal for a high charisma ruler, but at least her charisma is offsetting that. And then suffering and productivity come hand in hand, that is according to Sabiri at least. Zealous, +1 zeal, and +0.10 monthly trad conviction. As the governor of Ghana, state religion happiness is 2.5% higher, and as the ruler, unintegrated culture group happiness is reduced by 6%. A raging fire burns in the heart of Sabiri, fueled by the spirit of religious mystery. Lastly, she's kindly, which I almost never remember what it does, but here we can see. +0.05 monthly dem conviction. As a commander, +0.02 cohort loyalty gain chance, and as the ruler, +3% national freeman output. A truer soul there never was than Sabiri Suwari. And I also just want to comment that I really have started to notice how inconsequential a lot of traits are, and I'm planning to rework the traits in hegemony, so it's on the brain. I'm thinking about it. Yeah, the thing with traits in Imperator Rome, the way that it works in vanilla is you just collect these traits in a way that feels often quite random and out of your control. And so maybe because of that, they always have very low scale modifiers, or often feel like they have low scale modifiers. And it just doesn't feel like the traits play a major role in how each character feels in your state, right, in your country, in your government. So that's a whole other thing. Let's go on to scheme influence. No need to reflect on that. And by the way, with scheme influence going, I actually still have upward trending popularity. That exported drama tech that I got last episode is really pulling its weight here, so that's quite nice. Okay, getting back over to our government. So she was the previous censor, so let's go ahead and fire everybody else and reorganize things from the ground up, as usual, just to make sure our highest statesmanship characters are in position. Consola also gave us that gift to thank us for keeping her, so I no longer need to keep her. We'll see if I do or not. Let me also go ahead and fire the what am I doing? Fire the researchers and then review the governors as well. That was the character I gave those extra points to, so she's definitely coming back. But first things first, let's take a look at our governors really quick. So in Ghana, I think everything's fine just to stay on encouraged trade. In Gene, we've got Bulgara Chielabele for 9. Loyalty looks fine. Very poor health. Not a fan of that, but we may wait to replace him until he dies. He's depressed. Okay. Can't do much about his health. That's fine, I guess. In terms of his provinces, hold on. I have to do it like this. I don't understand why this interface has to have all of the information you need perfectly split between 2 different windows. Okay, let me find him in the thing here. Here he is. Okay, so these are all fine. This is a little bit lower, but it's okay. And then, yeah, this is fine. And then, yeah, okay, that's fine. Okay, so moving back over, Dakajalon. It's a little on the low side. I might build some infrastructure in Sanafulu to help with this. What could I build, though, here? Court of Law? I don't have any citizens, though. It's promoting gradually. Once they promote from slaves, things improve quite a bit. Actually, it's not promoting right now. Right, it's taking too long because they need to go through citizen to get to noble. This is sustainable, I think. I think I can manage this, especially with a stability episode. I think we're okay. I'm going to come back to that later, though. I think we're okay for now. Okay, moving on to Songhae. We've got Poko Sawari. She's ailing. She is 60, but I think she's fine for now. Loyalty is fine. What is your faction? Oligarch. Okay. All right. As for her region, it's all on... Let me find her in this list. It's all on assimilation. I think that is going to be fine. Here it is. Okay, so... Yep. This Songhae was already a native Bedaic region, so that's all fine to be on just assimilation for now. And then, yeah, we're looking good here. Okay, moving on, we've got Sahara Occidentalis. I think this all looks fine. No need to really mess with this. Fonta Sankara, she's healthy. Yeah, she is fine where she is. No need to worry about that. Moving on to Jolaf. Our relatively new governor, Halima Isawagan, with 710. Now, that's a character I'd like to be Archon. Look at those stats. Okay, she's a trad, alright. Let me look at her in this list here. Find her first. Here she is. Okay. Ouagadougou is good as it is. Everything else... Okay, that's all fine. And then in terms of loyalty, Tagant is getting pretty low, but its decline is very slow as well, so I think we're fine. I think stability can clean this all up. Okay, so that's all fine. And her loyalty is 54. Okay. Mali, alright, this is a pretty small region. 55 loyalty on Iakata Zabrima, our 33-year-old governor. He's healthy. Alright. That's not the right button. Let me actually find him in this list. He's down here. No, that's not him. That's the other guy. Here he is. Okay. It's all on assimilation. Yeah, this all looks fine. You can see why switching off of the conversion bonuses may make sense now, because I've largely finished converting my current territories that I can convert. We'll get to Guinea in a moment, because there's a lot to look at down there. Africa, things are not in great shape, but they're under control. We've got Sandaki Bolsa. Very poor health. Oh boy, 87 loyalty. That's fine for now. Hopefully he doesn't have any more health problems. Karenica. It is attempting the conversion plan, working on it. 62 on you, very poor health for you as well. Jeez, okay. How are things looking in the actual province? Oh, yeah, we do also have barbs over here, which I'm sure is not helping matters. I should probably send someone to go... Or can I pay off these barbs? What are we looking at here? Oh my god. I mean, I can't afford it, but I don't want to pay them because they're just a little itty-bitty tiny barb stack. I should really just send an army north to go fight them. I think I will do that this episode. Also, these barbs here I need to definitely deal with because they are actually a problem. In fact, I'll have these reserve forces go and fight them. Turn on maintenance while I'm thinking about it. But getting back to this... I need to clear these barbs out so I can move 3 pops in to get this to 40. And then I think I need to build a great temple over here. Well, do I need to build a great temple? I might... maybe not, actually. Oh, that's the province, though. Hold on. Pop info. Yeah, I might want to build one here. there's also other infrastructure I could build. I actually got all 3 courts of law already. I mean, academies would help with noble happiness. I think this is sustainable, ultimately, is the key takeaway. I think it's sustainable. Alright, moving on, Sahara Orientalis. This is pretty quick. This looks fine. Nintasane Kamara, I kind of just signed him because he was available. He's already ailing, so... Alright, now for the real fun part, Guinea. Oh boy. Let's go look at this over in the province menu. Let me find her in the list. She's gonna be around here somewhere. Here she is. Okay, so Guinea is currently mostly in local autonomy, and this place will need to be really deeply, thoroughly converted. But one single region is not going to really need... Because, like, until I changed over to religious conversion, the religious conversion bonus law, I wasn't really converting a lot of land at the same time. I will still need to convert every new region that I take control over, but I'm not needing to convert, like, every region I have simultaneously, the way that I did when I had that bonus. So the bonus may be less valuable in effect, even though it is still a good bonus. So Casa and Jara need to stay on it. Everything else, I guess we're going to measure everything else in terms of its progress towards being off of local autonomy. Okay, so no, 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 no. Okay, so we're going to need more stability to deal with this, and wait for although actually a lot of these places don't have local nobles to demote because we just took it over from the jungle. We may have to ride the downward a little bit here. Where do I have the best? So Furjalon looks pretty promising. Anything else? Okay, Waynon is a little promising. Let's chance this. So Furjalon. Okay, that's fine actually. Yeah, because the pops here are so low, I think the impact's actually quite small. So Waynon as well. Let's just start with the ones. Oh, I don't have enough. But we'll do that one next. Other than that, Rasmata Chilabelli, this is my Democrat Party leader. She is in poor health, but she is quite loyal. I also just noticed that she's actually Rugen. Did not notice that before. I'm not going to force her to convert because she's in poor health. I'm not entirely sure why. She doesn't have any health traits. Interesting. Okay. That's fine. And we also don't have the War Council, and we also can't do this because we still have Democrats dominate. I think we can do defend religious privileges. We basically, the Oligarch and Democrat special buttons, they share a cooldown, basically, but the Trad button has just its own independent cooldown, so you can do it whenever you're able to. We just don't have the PI for it, as usual. This would actually not be the worst thing to click as we start to focus less on pop conversion, because we can then get happiness for our converted pops. Okay. So all of our governors are basically fine where they're. I don't think there's any governors I need to replace or want to replace, so that's all fine. Let's get back to it. So first, we're also up to 175 right now, apparently. All right, put Layla Sankara back in. Obviously put Azad Banu. Now, I would like to use her in my government at some point, but for now, this level of finesse is just too much to pass up for research. I think Edwig Suwari should come in here. Maybe Barakisa Bulsa, who has... yeah, let me use her, because Edwig I can use as a charisma character with her built-up statesmanship. And then, obviously, Dafi Zabrima should just continue being here. He's just so much better than everyone. As for loyalty, this all looks fine. Let's head over to the government. Okay, so I think I need to get... because getting a Democrat censor doesn't seem to actually work. Let me try, though, and see. So if I put Edwig in here... Okay, it does actually work. Okay, for some reason before... You know what the issue was before? I was using a character that wasn't a Democrat. I think I need to have a Democrat censor right now. I think my appointments will make the oligarchs at least content. Trads are going to be happy no matter what I do because I have a trad leader. So let me go ahead and actually... do I... I mean, she's had free hands this whole time, so that's why. But do I do a sanction? Oh, I can't because she has tendencies. Alright, that's a shame. Her corruption is going to result in higher wages. it's not the end of the world. Wages are not that severe, and I am already paying a lot in wages just to manage my corruption, so I think it's fine as things are. We don't have any AE problems at all, so let me come back to Magistrate later. Omen Power, this is going to turn into Same Religion Happiness, which is quite good. I think Geneba Chilabelli should just come back for this position. She's just so high quality. Although I kind of want to not have her be the candidate, so maybe I go for someone a little worse. Kibu Kamara is pretty good, and he has less statesmanship. He does have some corruption, though. Can I sanction him? He is crafty. Oh boy, alright. He's in poor health as well. I seem to frequently have my augurs become high-value candidates. Maybe I go for Ibrahim Bolsa. He doesn't really have the statesmanship to be worth too much. Let me try Kibu Kamara. What's your health, actually? Ailing. You've got inflammation. Alright, I think that's fine. And this also makes the Kalmaras happy. Yeah, very corrupt, but at least it's only wages that we're dealing with here. Okay, High Priest. I guess I could put her there now. Let me instead put a secondary Zeal character who has got any. Let me actually look by statesmanship. Oh my god. Okay, sure. Yeah, very very helpful. It's all these other characters that I've been using for other positions. Yeah, I think. Let me just put her in. Let me actually put. Yeah, this is not too useful. Let me put Teiko Kargwe. Let me give this a try. Give her free hands. Yeah, I need to start preparing more young Zeal characters. Alright, national tax. What do we have to work with here? Let me just search by Marshal. Probably Mala Suwari or Gima Iswagan. No huge surprises there. Mala looks really weathered and ancient. He's actually only 48, so he's just had a tough life. Alright, you can come on in here with your amazing 100% statesmanship. I can sanction him. I don't think at 6 corruption, I don't think it's worth it. I think this is fine. Famous last words, perhaps, but I think it's fine. I could also use him as a finesse character. Let's keep that in mind. Alright, Gima Isawagan I probably want to bring in for Tribune of the Soldiers. I'm fairly sure. Yep. I may move him to be Tribune of the Treasury, though. Tribune of the People. Who do we have to work with? Yuma Sawari. I think I do bring him in for that. Loyalty's a little dubious. What's the issue? Oh yeah, now that he has that foreign ruler friend, he's unhappy about that. And he's got power base. All my families are content now. This would get me a grateful family. Actually, yeah, he already has a grateful family, so I guess it's probably safer to do it like that. I suppose that's fine. Alright, Physician. I think Mecha Sankara is fine to bring in here. I could bring Consola back, but I think she's very likely to die soon. So let's bring in the very loyal Mecha. Sure, he has free hands, that's why. Alright, finally, Magistrate. Ooh, look at this guy. Sai Zabrima. This guy just came of age recently. 6'4", 11'2". I should... Yeah, let me build Statesmanship on him while he doesn't have a very important modifier for us to worry about. Okay. 3.61 PI. That's what I like to see. Okay, that looks good. And I think we're good to actually unpause here. I've got army maintenance turned on to go deal with these barbs. I think we're good. Let's proceed. At speed 3. How's my score looking? We're pretty securely above Dravita at this point, which is great to see. Alright, good start with Yuma. Bountiful Harvest. Word has arrived that this year's harvest was exceptionally good in the territory of Indama. Whilst the merchants may be holding their heads in their hands, the people rejoice at the plummeting price of bread. I will happily get 3 stability for that. Thanks. How are my parties feeling, by the way? Democrats are super duper mad. All right. Yeah, that's just... Is it really... What did I... Oh, you know what the issue is? Legal reforms wore off. That's why. Right. So I should actually just do this again once I'm allowed to. I wasn't allowed to on the first. Yeah, I think I need to save up for this, honestly. But even with that, it's the grateful families. I think I need to... Okay, are there any families that are nearly not grateful? Okay, the Isawagans, Zabarimas, and the Sankaras. Alright, this guy here, I can take it off of grateful. Or do I want to make it the Zabarima family who becomes the more grateful family? I think it is. And then who's the other one? Isawagan, that's right. Oh, it's not going to be over here, is it? It's governors. He's so good though. I don't want to replace Gima Isawagan. He's so good. Man, I really want the experience. How do Democrats feel with one grateful family? Did this just get worse? What? I am perplexed. All right, let me get the Isawagan family from being grateful. That clearly needs to happen. I think I have 2 Isawagan governors is the problem. Yeah, Joloff in particular. And then where's the other one? You know, I can actually replace the Karenica governor, I think. I think that's probably going to be fine. Let's bring in, is there anyone... Are you what family are you in? Oh, Zabarima. Alright. Sanpoko Sawari might be fine. Corrupt. Can I sanction you? I can't sanction her. I'm not going to bring her in. We've got a minor character guy here. Patargombe Diabagata. You look interesting. Let me assign you. It's, okay. How do Democrats feel now? Hold on. So, I've got 2 grateful families. Is there any way I can get rid of Governor of Songhai? So maybe trimming the people. I think I can probably get the Sawaris to be not grateful as well. Welcome back to playing with a Democrat faction that has any influence. We're back to doing this. Alright. I mean, I don't have a lot of options, honestly. Okay, come on in, Himilco. I mean, the Democrats presumably would like a more, you know, less like kind of noble characters to be in position. So I'm going to make you the tribute of the people. I really don't want to, though. Is there anyone else who doesn't suck that I can use instead? Who is from the Zabarima family, or is just a like a minor character? Do I have anyone anywhere that I can use? Hold on. Let me just dismiss you for a moment. Sorry, I just need to get rid of 1 Suwari. Mala's just so good, though. Alright, let's see. Or I change the family that's empowered from the one that it currently is, which is Zabarima. What's going on? Okay, Governor of Mali. Who else? Magistrate. Right. I think I can... Okay. I'm going to try this. You... I have so many Sankaras. Let me switch to Sankara, being the Grateful Family. I genuinely just don't think I have enough, like, I just can't, with all the positions I have to fill now, I have to have one family be grateful. It can't be avoided. Alright, switch you into here. This is still a low power position. And then Governor of Mali, that's only 4 provinces. I can survive the PI cost for that. That's the Governor of Jenne. Where's Mali? Here you are. You're healthy as well. I guess I could actually make this guy an officer. I don't think I really want to. Okay, so now we're going for the Sankaras, and there's a lot of good Sankaras. Probably Mecha Sankara. She might even be a little too high quality for Mali, but let's bring her in. I'm going to have to change all the policies. That's going to be 24 PI just to make the Democrats happy. That's really nice. I love that. Alright, and now let's take a look. So now the Sankaras are the Grateful Family. I still need to drop 1 Suwari. I can assign a Sankara over here. Where's my other Suwari? Is it Governor? It's the Songhay Governor. Okay, alright. Where did all of my good here they are, Sankara characters go? That should be okay. Dara Sankara. Okay, that's fine. And then I just now need to assign this last position. Is there anyone? Okay, interesting. Mecha Bunu from a minor family. I have no other options besides this one. Oh my god. Why did I ever try to let the Democrats have influence again? This is just miserable. Alright, how do you feel now? Okay, they're deigning to give me minus 0.30. Jeez. Okay. Working on tyranny. I'm working on it, but I can't go any faster than I am right now. I need to have... I think I literally need to start having scorned families as well. Alright, who do I guess Zabarima. But the issue is I have so few characters to work with. Okay, you know what? We're going to assign Himilka Omego. Actually, he could be a martial position, but he isn't good enough for either of those. Alright, now we've got scorned Zabarimas. How are you feeling now? Minus 0.15. If I can get one more scorned family... And this might be the most I can hope for here. This is so complicated. I think I'm going to stick with this. I think this is the most balanced I can get it. This is just dire. All right. That'll do. Let's proceed. You know, so you know what? This episode, I'm every single Democrat control granting family head, I'm sending them on espionage missions. I can't deal with this at all. Like, this party is so just completely impossible to deal with in the way that they're happy. Like, I just don't understand why it's so severe. I just don't think this makes sense. The Democrats should not be this affected by family politics when you have a country of this scale and you have to assign officers all over the place and governors all over the place. I just essentially can't play with this party in the gameplay at all. It's just not going to be something I'm willing to entertain anymore. We got the tick. I think that's fine. They're just barbs. Alright, so this episode we're going to hopefully get them out of power. We'll go back to our trad/oligarch duopoly. I just can't with them anymore. Alright, how are the road construction crews going? This guy's almost done. Alright. Okay, and then you, let's see. Where's the other barb? Oh yeah, it was in the far north. I guess I'll just send... No, I don't want the Ghana levy to be stuck with that, because I may want to lower them after they're done. Actually, the road building will still go on for quite a long time. Let's see. How much does the actual Sahara levy raise as? 2. That's not... Actually, I think that is enough. Yeah, this is enough. You go deal with them. You just come back to Taban, just to kind of hang out. Barb's defeated. Alright. Do I want to enter this province? I could. I don't think I will for now, but it's good to know. Alright, let's start cleaning up our policies here. So, alright, where are we looking at here? Okay, so starting with Mali. I think... Let me find her in the list. I think these were all on assimilation, I'm fairly sure. It appears that that would be the case, so... let's start with this one. We just, no PI for me. I can't use PI to do anything interesting like building cities. Not when the Democrats were around and insisting that I have no happy, noble families. It's just not allowed. The issue is, if I just had any minor characters to work with, this would be fine. I understand conceptually why this is designed the way it is and why vanilla Democrats want the things they want. The problem is, in vanilla Imperator Rome, you just don't have that many minor characters to work with. In my mod Hegemony, I've coded it so that there's like tons and tons of minor characters all over the place, and I don't even have these happiness mechanics in my mod. But it's because of my experiences with campaigns like this one that I know minor characters are actually really important for playing as a Republic because of the vanilla party, you know, reactions to things. All right, let me stop complaining. I'm angry. I'm just in a bad mood because of it. So this would go through the unroadable thing there. I think I probably should just road through this other region, which I don't have a presence in yet, but it's just so much more easy than going around like this. Let me think about this for a minute. So if I was in Kondo, goes like that. So if I was here, I can't road through the uninhabitable passageway. What I probably should do is road down to Gibbon-Che, which then connects up to this. That's probably going to be the fastest route. So if I was in Gibbon-Che, that doesn't really show me. I think I probably actually rode a triangle here. So let me do that. And then a road down to Gibbon-Che from the north. We may also build a road over here later, but for now I don't want to mess with territory I don't have any ability to road with. Alright, let's change another policy. Alright, yeah, I just... The psychic damage I experienced dealing with the Democrats demanding that I not have any grateful families and not even all families be content is just too much for me. Like, I just can't... I can't deal with it. Alright, road to there, triangle, and then get... Oh, this is really awkward. I guess this is technically the fastest way of doing it, though. Yeah, so just continue on like that. I guess we'll road up... Yeah, there's no way around it. It's just the way the terrain's laid out. Once these barbs are dead, I can also lower army maintenance as well. Okay, looks like Poko Sawari is the next expected Archon. That's fine. I think she's having health problems, though. She is. Okay. 60's pretty old, and I'm worried about her health, but I'd be fine with this. She actually doesn't even have a position right now, which is kind of interesting. 7744 is not very impressive, but it's some martial. I'd go to war with that martial. We'll see what we get there. Alright. Can we now switch this over? Alright, that is Molly cleaned up. Now we need to do the same with Songhae. Where's my Songhae? There we are. Yeah, this needs to be fixed up as well, but that's just going to be a wait. I try not to be too mad at Imperator Rome. It's very easy to get frustrated, and I obviously love Imperator Rome. It's the entire main core of my channel, and I'm working on a big mod project for it. So it's sort of like it's like something I just am so familiar with that this stuff that I've just been dealing with for so many years of playing this game, it kind of gets to me where it's like, yeah, like this is just really losing patience sometimes for some of these systems. All right, we can lower the Songhae levy, or I mean the Sahara Occidentalis levy now. All right, good. I think we just continue roading. But yeah, I want to be clear, like I'm really having a fun time with this campaign, and I think that this is like the most fun experience I've had with Imperator Rome playing as a Republic, because I'm at sort of the height of my Imperator Rome game knowledge and like familiarity and comfort with the systems. But this particular dynamic is just so frustrating to deal with every single episode where Democrats have any sort of control, because it just doesn't feel like it scales with the intended wide playstyle of Imperator Rome, which I'm very much doing in this campaign. Alright, I think it's time to send some of these influential family heads on special missions. Let me go ahead and find them. Alright. I'm going to attempt... So that's 100 gold per character. It's based on charisma, so maybe I shouldn't send her somewhere where... Let me send her on a vacation, let's just say, to somewhere else. How about... probably somewhere where... I don't know with these... what events I might get from this where it like may cause like a diplomatic problem. How about I send you to... let me do it like this. A to Z. Let me send you to Kiri Congo. Because I don't care if Kiri Congo gets mad at me for... Like, even if they declare war on me, that's great. That's what I want them to do. So, let me send you to Kiri Congo. Alright, we've sent her on an espionage mission. She'll gather intel, and she gains sneaky deeds. Alright. She's also dying of cancer. I just noticed that. She's dying of cancer. Whoops. Alright. And then, head of the Isawagan family. Arabi Isawagan. Guess what? He's near death as well. I'm sending you on a special secret mission to... let's see. Where do I want to send you? Let me send you to Sigil Masa, I think. Just a special mission just for you. It's very, very important that you do this mission for me. Where's Sigil Masa in this list? Here it is. Off you go. Alright. Who else am I sending on missions? Wow, all these family heads are Democrats. What's going on? Head of the Bolsa family, head of the Kamara family. Alright. Kamara head is Fatali Kamara. Very poor. Oh my god. Yeah, I guess all these family heads are the oldest characters of the family, so their poor health is not too much of a surprise. Alright, I'm sending you on a special mission over to Tog Haza. Very important espionage project for me. Please don't think about it at all to realize that it's not. Off you go. And then, head of the Bolsa family is next. Those are all the main power-based providers. Right, head of the... I can't believe 4 family heads are all Democrats. What's going on? Okay, this guy's actually healthy. Alright, since you're healthy, I'm going to send you somewhere that actually might be kind of useful, I guess. Let me send you to... Actually, I'm not going to even worry about that. Let me send you to Gao. It's sort of seemingly the most useful, but I don't actually think I'm going to get anything from this. Alright, 400 gold, and I hope that should be enough after the tick. It may take a bit of time to adjust, but I think, based on my testing from before, this should actually cause something to happen. The Gao elite have killed Patarkampe Bolsa. Oh, that's 10 popularity for me, but oh. Bedraggled, wary, and spouting all manner of curses, Arabia Sawagan has returned to Timbuktu. It transpires he was discovered eavesdropping on an important council meeting, attempting to gather information to aid us. His tale of failure was uttered in front of the collected nobles or simply resulting in their... Okay, so we have popularity collapse. And same thing happened with her. What about the Gao guy? Or, I guess there's the last one. Alright, so we've just lost all of our popularity. Great. Democrats lost a little tiny bit of control, but those two family heads, actually 3 family heads that are Democrats, all came back. So, alright, I guess I should have realized that sort of thing might happen. That is too bad. Governor of Songhai. Alright, so you get on, actually you first get on to assimilation. Alright, and then yeah, you finish getting me there, 5th of October. And we'll see what we need. Karim Chilabili, head of the Chilabili family, was killed in a freak accident. Rest in peace. Who's the new Chilabili head? It is Janeba Chilabili. Okay, that might make her the successor once more, potentially. We'll see. Alright, so do I want to get a road along the coastline down here? I think I probably will. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this doesn't look too inconvenient. Just so I have it down here. And yeah, that'll be that. Okay, Democrat control is worsening. That's good. Alright. Head of the Bolsa family. Let me look at you again. Oh, you're a new character. Okay. Let me try espionage with you, because you've actually got a little bit of charisma. Let me send you... I guess let me send you to Egypt, actually. Like, an actual place I'd want espionage on. This may be a bad idea, but... It worked before when I sent someone to Egypt, so let me send you off. We'll see how that goes, but... 6 charisma is better. Oh, here we go. Like a glove. In a feat of daring bravado, Tiga has infiltrated the court of Egypt. For as long as he remains there, we will have access to the economic and military records of the Egyptian bureaucracy. We should take care, however, the longer our spy remains in place, the greater the risk to our well-being. Okay. We can now see Egypt's treasury and manpower. Oh. Bankrupt Egypt? That's interesting. What is, ooh. I think they've got, like, a pretty heavy Legion infrastructure going with army maintenance like that. That's good to know. I would have probably guessed that anyways, but that, like, Egypt is not getting that level of army maintenance with mercenaries. They couldn't have enough. They've got serious Legion infrastructure. And they've got a little fleet as well. What's my fleet maintenance? Actually, I don't have a fleet. What am I talking about? I don't know why I thought I literally don't have a fleet. What am I talking? I have no fleet maintenance. Yeah, look at that. Taxes and commerce versus me. I got similar taxes, but much more commerce. And Egypt is so much larger than me. They're fighting Media. Ooh, interesting. And they're kind of not doing well against Media. Yeah, Media is actually possibly going to take their northern stuff. Interesting. Interesting, interesting. Let me also go ahead and start improving relations with my my client state over here, Rossi. Let's get this going now while I'm thinking about it. And do one more of these. Okay. I think we're back. I got pretty annoyed at the Democrat politics stuff, but I think I am gradually chipping away at their control just to make... And the thing is, I don't have problems with Senate support right now. I'm just... It's like, it's so hard for me to just see Democrats have influence and then not try to min-max their happiness. But it's just so difficult to deal with. Alright. Petitioner approaches. A senior citizen by the name of Geneba Chilabelli approached our Archon in private this morning. In a hushed voice, she spoke of a vision of the near future, in which she was found by her loved ones having been hanged by brigands. With shaking hands, she offered all her worldly goods to the state in return for have her hanged by brigands? Oh my god. Now this would be a little much. Never seen this option before. I mean, I don't hate this character. I don't want her to become Archon, and she is a frequent candidate. I would like the 3 stability, and she is also in poor health. I don't think she's making it to next episode, but I could ensure she. I also get money for this, which is kind of odd, but I mean that's not bad. I don't think I want the 5 tyranny, honestly. That's the main issue for me. Let me get the 3 stability. Convince her that all is well. Alright. Okay. This is still looking good. Governor of Guinea is, of course, the leader of the party, so she's going to be there no matter what. I can do more, though. So my censor, physician, and high priest. I'm going to replace you with anyone else, because that's fine. Oh, I'm not going to be too upset about that. But it would lower their thing. Let me hold off for now. Alright, I'm going to assign you. And then who else we're dealing with here? Censor and high priest. Alright, you I can... Actually, let me fire you and replace you with... Actually, I don't have the PI for it right now. Alright, let me just replace this with, let's see. Alright, this will be fine for... No, not you. Hold on. Who was I just using? Yeah, keep a camera. And then I meant to, for this position, bring this guy in. And censor, I need to stay the same. Okay, that's helped a little bit. It's just a matter of time. Now that they're below 30, I feel a little bit better. Mecha Bunu died from overwork at the age of 54. Tribute to the people and rival of the head of the Chilabella family. Alright, rest in peace, Mecha. Didn't have you for too long, but appreciated you while you were here. Let's see. That was a Bunu character, right? No, it was a minor character who was just named Bunu. Alright, this is not you, you're a Democrat. This is fine, just for now. But you know what? I think there's another way to think about this. I think if because it's having no grateful families that's like the really tough part. And hold on, do I have a grateful family? Oh yeah, that's right, Sankara's. If I run advocate legal reform, that's plus 0.15. I think if okay. I'm going to... What do I want to do this in the most? The walkway. Maybe. Nikata Zabrima, how much for sure. Alright, let me bring in... Let me stop with the Scorn. Bring him in. And then... Are there any more... You know what? Hold on. I'm gonna do a rare thing. I'm actually gonna do another government reorganization. I'm trying to like juggle so many balls in the air right now. Let me start over here. I know that this is unusual for this campaign, but I need a fresh slate to clearly see what I'm doing here. And alright, that's fine. And let me go ahead and also switch this now. Okay. Okay, with everyone fired except for governors, Sankaras are grateful, Chilabellis are content, and everyone else is below. Okay. So let's... So, as many Sankaras as we can. Well, hold on. Let me... Oh, this political gameplay is like giving me a genuine headache. Let me think about it for a moment. I need a literal moment to think about it. Take a breather, drink some coffee, and reflect on my options here. So at the moment, I think the only governor characters for Democrats are Guinea and Karenica. And I can actually change Karenica out very freely. I'm going to do that right now. I'm actually just going to fire you for now. We're doing a rare, like, mid-episode reform here, but let me articulate what I'm doing right now. I have a goal, and that goal is to keep the Democrats from having I want them to have as low control as possible, so that their opinion can be completely ignored. I think that has to be the way forward, because this Democrat gameplay is genuinely making me want to reform to a monarchy. I'm not even kidding. I don't think I'm ever going to play a republic with the vanilla republic mechanics again after this campaign, because this is just miserable to deal with the Democrat family reaction mechanics. It's so difficult to deal with this for me. So what I'm going to do is, I just spent so much PI on the conversion stuff for you, but let me see what we have here. It's not going to be that bad. It's most of these are going to be just set to local autonomy again. I didn't spend that much on Guinea, honestly. Okay, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to fire you. Okay. This should... now it's just her party leader status, and that's it. So, I'm now going to assign all of the characters based on merit with one... and with, families being grateful and whatnot, with one key thing. Anyone who's a Democrat is not getting in. This faction must have the lowest control possible. I can't ever allow Democrats to have control again, because it's just going to be and ironically, when everyone's fired, they like it. So it's just going to be too difficult for me to deal with their family reaction thing. And I will admit that part of this is a self-made problem. I'm playing with a mod that adds more families for country rank, and it does not rebalance the Republic mechanics, which is a completely reasonable oversight for a kind of niche and specific interaction between different game mechanics. But with the mods that I have so many families, and the vanilla Republic mechanics, which are already fairly tight on the amount of characters you need to assign with the families you have, it just means I just don't have enough minor characters spawning to work with the mechanics in the normal intended way. So I have to be pretty brutal here and just say, this faction is not allowed to be basically part of my gameplay at this point, unfortunately. And honestly, their bonus, although a good bonus, at this stage of my campaign, not particularly useful. I don't need the manpower or the research from this, because it doesn't come with research efficiency. So that is that. We're putting our foot down in a move that I assure you is completely unrelated to any possible real-life things happening. We're going to unjustly and probably illegally prevent Democrats from ever holding power again. Here we go. So first things first, let's get our positions reassigned. We're gonna get ourselves a second win here. I've been morose, I've been whiny, I've been upset about the Democrat political situation here, but we are bounding back. We're getting our second win here. Family gratefulness is fine once again. It's going to be okay. It's all going to be okay. All right, this all looks fine. We're going to get ourselves reorganized. So let's assign ourselves a Guinea governor. Let's see. Possibly Yuma Sawari would be kind of interesting, but I don't think we need someone that high quality, honestly, who could just be in our government. Also, we don't want any Democrats. Okay, let's see here. I think I just want pure finesse. I don't need any marshal at all for this position. Nyakata Zabarima would actually fit that quite well. Province Commerce. Yep, this looks actually quite good for this. Put him in there. What have you done with the province, or with the region? That's an interesting choice. I think almost all of these places can go straight onto conversion, but we'll come back to that when we have PI. Okay, now let's assign our positions. So censor, I'm now going to switch from having a Democrat censor probably to having an oligarch censor. I guess what I should do, I think I should have one Democrat appointment, which is a Democrat censor, just to try to, like, keep their, well, the thing is, I just don't think I can ever have any reliable approval with them, and reducing the trend down when you're at 0 doesn't really, like, do anything for me, so I think I just ignore them altogether. Trads are going to be happy no matter what I do. Let's just assign an oligarch censor, I think. Or a trad censor would be fine as well. Of course, all of my best censors are Democrats, because Democrats tend to have high charisma. Do I have anyone who's not a Democrat? Like, this is dire. Let's see. Mala Sawaru with 5. Is that really what we're stooping to? I should use him for Marshal as well. All right, let me try with Edwige Sawari. Try your best, please. Just don't give them. Also, Razmacha Chelabile, the researcher, is a Democrat as well. Is there anyone? Barakisa is a little bit worse. She's actually also a Democrat. Actually, Sai is not a... Yeah, let me put him here. This is a much better use for this guy to build statesmanship on him. Okay, that's going to help too. Okay. What's Razmata? Why am I not using Razmata over here? I should just use her, because she already is the party leader. Okay, that'll be fine. I could also force conversion. I don't think that's super necessary. Yeah, her religion doesn't really have any impact here. Alright. Now from here, a national tax. Probably Malsawari. Gimea Sawagan. Let's see here. At the civ level. Let's put Yuma Sawari over here. Get free hands. Free hands for you. Omen power. Camera. We already have free hands. I'm not going to have enough PI to do divine sacrifices for a minute here. You are a Democrat. I'm not going to assign you. Who do I have to work with here? Not much. Okay, this guy, this is a minor, yeah, I'm using you. I need to build statesmanship on you. Just having a minor character to work with is so important for this strategy. Okay, physician, let's do, no, you're a Democrat. You would be fine over here. And then I also need the Karenica governor. I've not forgotten about that. You're Zarma, but you're also Bedaic though, so you're probably fine. You're a Democrat though, never mind. I think I just go for a Sankara character. No, you're Charisma. These are all Charisma characters. Let's see. Yeah, let me bring in Condorlan Zabarima. Build statesmanship on you. You're gonna be a good Zeal character. This is, or not a Zeal, Charisma. Any sort of non-Democrat Charisma character is so valuable for me. Okay, and then lastly, probably Mariam Isawagan. You're actually almost a little too good for this position up here, but I think I will reassign you. Okay. Okay, having done all that, Democrats have catastrophic downward trend, but they also have pretty low control now. Oligarchs are trending up. And I think I can just do legal reforms on cooldown to, well, I mean, I want to do this anyways for the modifier, but, and the effect of it. But I think I've successfully managed to reorganize things to ensure things are where they need to be. What's the issue here? Revoked free hands. Oh, it's wearing off. Okay, that's fine. Okay. A little messy, but I think we have successfully cleaned up our situation here. Sorry about that. I got a little distracted there with that, but it's just... Alright. We're trying on maintenance when we get closer. It's just like... It's so frustrating. Like, I want to enjoy this game's Republic mechanics so much, and the game does everything it can to make that difficult for me. It's just... I hope you can understand, like, I've been so charitable and patient with this game's vanilla Republic mechanics. This game is completely built around wanting you to play as Rome, who has vanilla Republic mechanics. And I think the slightly, like, unique Rome parties are a little bit easier to deal with than the true, like, vanilla ones like that I have in this campaign. But it really needed a little bit more work before being released. And any of the patches or expansions since coming out really should have continued to improve things, but it just didn't. It just didn't happen, and it is what it is. This place here is fine. Okay, we're fine. Molly, where's Molly? Yeah, that was Molly. Okay. Okay, so what do we have here? Actually, I think most of these places can go on to conversion. Let me look at it in this menu here. All right. Okay, let's start with the stuff that's already closest. Casa actually might be able to go... You know, Casa can go on to assimilation immediately. All right. Because, you know, I'm very deep in this campaign. I'm gonna have to go deal with these guys. In fact, once these guys finish, I'm gonna send them up to go fight them. I'm very late into this campaign, and maybe it's just kind of the attrition of going this far into a campaign like this, but I'm so exhausted with this. It's the exact same problem every single time with the Democrats being so difficult to manage the approval of with any level of efficient, good gameplay. That's the main thing that bothers me, is that the Democrats punish you for having good, efficient character management. And to me, that's just a really bad kind of gameplay. I want to have a hard experience. I'm playing this on very hard difficulty. I am seeking out a hardcore Imperator Rome experience, but this is just punishing me for playing well, and that's really frustrating for me. That's like the main reason this is something I just don't want to deal with anymore, honestly. Yeah. So let me go ahead and check on this again. All right. Anything else that's close? This is not quite there. Let me get it out of conversion first. Okay. You can get off Build Road and come over here to go fight these guys. Impatience is a virtue. Poko Sawari has been becoming increasingly restless of late. She believes that her stature is deserving of a key role in our government. She's approached our assembly and insisting that we bestow such a role upon her. Indeed, given her prominence, perhaps we should consider this carefully. Alright, I mean, I suppose that would make sense. I don't mind her becoming the Archon. Where do I put her, though? I need to replace a Sawari. Actually, I don't need to replace a Sawari. I don't care about the Democrats. Yeah, it's fine. Let me think about this. Probably physician is what I'd put her as. Yeah, let's just do that. Oh wait, hold on. One of the families. Yeah, the Bolsas. Alright, Is that Brayman's I can replace? Okay. Magistrate, I'm going to replace with a Bolsa, who's not a Democrat. Do I have anyone who fits that? Yeah, Ibrahim Bolsa. Perfect. That's perfect. I'm coming, don't worry. I think now that I'm being more proactive in keeping Democrats out of power, I think I should be okay without needing to switch governments or anything. I like the thing is, I tend to find playing as a republic more engaging than playing as a monarchy because your internal politics matter much more. But here it's like they matter in the wrong way. Where it's like, yeah, Poco falls ill. All right, I can do this and get loyalty with her. I guess I'll do this just to get some loyalty with her. I'm also going to give her free hands, which I didn't do earlier. All right. Hopefully she seeks out treatment. We'll see. Okay, so now you just rode down to there, and it will all be connected up. Alright. Wow, our recovery is real bad right now. This is still fine. We've got the numbers just to take them out nice and easily. We're nearly done roading as well, which is quite nice. Oh, we're just going to barely take them out. Jeez. Okay. Do one more as well. Battle of Benna. Poco Sawari is settling into her new role well. Whilst she is of the belief that it was only befitting a woman of her stature, she has decided to show her gratitude by offering a small donation to the state. Thanks. Appreciate it. Alright, there's the stack wipe. Perfect. And then once this battle happens up here, we can lower maintenance, and actually pretty soon lower the levy as well. This is, I think, just all the Ghana levy. Yeah. It is. Alright, there we go. Just wait up there for now. Nearly ready to lower and go on from there. You know, I wonder, I've just had an idea, and I'm not 100% sure about this. I'm thinking I might, like, I'm genuinely thinking I might actually mod the classical rework mod that I'm running for this campaign to change, like, the happiness, like, the party approval, like, modifier to something. Like, I'm genuinely thinking of just recoding the mod to change this, because I think, and I'm very hesitant to do that, because I normally would not, like, make a change like that in mid-campaign, but it's basically an unintended interaction between two mods that I have that aren't intended to go together, right? Well, really, it's an unintended interaction with the one mod, the More Families mod, which I just don't think was balanced to really change party approval, which it needs to, because with more families, the party approval system just sort of breaks, like it doesn't work correctly. I think I may literally, like, I'll look into it at least. I don't know if I'll do it or not, but I would like to use the Democrats in the gameplay. Like, they're 1/3 of the Republic parties, but they're just so difficult to deal with. And I'm perfectly happy to have challenges and be forced to strategically work around this party. I want that. That's why I'm playing as a Republic, right, in a campaign like this. But I just can't handle this kind of dynamic where they punish you for setting up your government and using characters in a smart, well-strategized way. And I just can't deal with that anymore. So I think I might literally mod the mod just to make this campaign more playable for me, honestly. I'm thinking about it. I'll hold off from committing here, but I am definitely going in that direction. It would make the latter sort of stages of this campaign less frustrating for me, at least. And to some extent, that's ultimately worth it, I think. Fire. All right, we've got fire in Fitili. Oh, wait, that's the person. This is a different event than I was expecting. News reached us this morning that the entire estate of Fatila Banu, a particularly good friend of Archon Sabiri, burnt to the ground last night in a terrible fire. She approaches Sabiri now in confidence, asking for state funds to restore her estate to former glory. Democrats like this. Okay. I mean, it's not worth that much, because they're going to lose it real quick. I'm just going to say no. No funds for you. I think if I change the mod, it will change the gameplay of the campaign. I'm fairly sure it would work like that. Normally I don't like messing around with mod files mid-campaign to avoid any sort of technical problem, but in this situation, I'm just ready to give up on the gameplay created by the mods that I have interacting the way that they do. The Freemen from Sigil Masa. A large group of Freemen have left the settlement of Sigil Masa. Sigil Masa? In Sigil... Folks, I wonder where they've come from. They've left the settlement of Sigil Masa, in Sigil Masa. They may have come from Sigil Masa. I'm not entirely sure. It's a little undetailed. To come settle down in our settlement of Basura Bundu. Though more manpower could do us good, the men and women of Sigil Masa are known for their wild antics and could cause issues. We should make sure we can handle the new settlers if we are to accept their wish to settle in Basura. Yeah, I think that's fine. I'm happy to get more population in Basura, which is just a... Where is this? Over here? Okay. Sure. That's fine. Alright, 22nd of March. That'll be that. We've also now cleaned up all of our policies. We can save up our PI for divine sacrifices. And we'll very soon be able to lower the levy. Yeah, I could build a road over here, but actually I can't because all of these... Yeah, there's no reason to build a road. Unless I have like a city tucked away in here, which would be kind of cool, but I don't think that's necessary. Like, at the end of the day, I hold myself to the standard of, you know, I'm making these campaigns and showing off my skills and, you know, making content people like, but I'm also playing it for fun, right? I'm the one playing the campaign, and I think I often undervalue my own enjoyment in favor of feeling like the campaign has more integrity or is doing something more interesting. And ultimately, you know, my campaigns, you know, are that they, like, you know, fizzle out and I move on to other projects when I lose motivation to do them. And so far, I've been very motivated with this campaign because it's such a fun and interesting and novel way to play Impaired Rome. It's such a new area. But genuinely, the Republic micromanagement with the Democrat approval system is so just uncomfortable for me. It's just, it feels so wrong that I have to set up my governments in such specific ways to work around this whenever they have actual influence and control. It's been the main thing that's made this campaign less fun for me, and I think ultimately I need to recognize that and, you know, make changes accordingly. So I think I probably will attempt some sort of rebalance thing. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do. I don't want to just remove, any sort of give and take, but I can probably come up with something. I'm not sure what I could do here. I think what I might do, honestly, I might remove the, if I can figure out how to, I think I could probably find the files, but I think I'm probably going to remove the family opinion from both factions, because I also want to remove the positive opinion for it from oligarchs to be balanced, and actually increase the scale of the tyranny reaction. I'm much more even though I've complained before about tyranny being hard to manage, I'm much more comfortable being accountable for my tyranny, and that is still a grounded thing for the factions to care about, and it's already something they care about, just at a scale that could be changed. So that's probably what I'm going to do, so I still have an incentive to manage my tyranny. And because I often have high tyranny anyways, Democrats will still be unhappy, but I won't feel as though my character management is so restrained by the factions, which I think will be a good change. I'll continue thinking about what exactly I want to do. This is a very new thing for me, is to make a change like this mid-campaign. Also, we have Niakata Zabrima coming in as the next expected Archon now. 2-9, well, that's not the Marshal I was looking for. I don't know exactly why you are now being voted for, but he has a lot of support, especially from the trads. Alright. We shall see. But first, let's look at that 41. Lower the guys. Things are looking real good on the Levy side. Alright. Let's proceed. It's like I either do that, or I either implement this change, or I literally transform my government to being a monarchy. In-game, not with code, right? But I can do it in-game, right? There's text I can use, there's, I think, decisions I can do. It'd be Divine Sanction, I guess. Oh, I need deified rulers for this. Probably be through tech, then. Yeah, that's the normal way you do it as a republic. I think it's in civic advances? No. Oratory? Yeah, here it is. So rewrite the Constitution. Which might actually be... Oh, we need a temporary dictatorship, that's right. Interesting. National stability. Lifetime elections. Let's see. I would need temporary dictatorship. And then I could do either one of these. This is the one that doesn't involve a civil war, which is probably preferable. I need large oligarch support. I need lots of tyranny. I need a lot of PI. Dictatorship government form. I don't really want to do this, to be honest. I have so many campaigns with Imperator Rome playing as monarchies, and I like playing as a republic, except for this one specific part, but otherwise, it's more engaging for me. Like, I feel more connected to my internal politics. But, yeah, I know this episode has been a lot of me complaining and whinging about this, but from my point of view, what I want to do with this project is make content that all of you like, right? Like, I could just play Imperator Rome myself and not talk over it and not make a video series with it. But ultimately, I think I have something interesting to share, and I think a lot of you have really liked watching me play this game in the way that I do, and have really connected with that, and hopefully made you more interested in playing Imperator Rome yourself. And I just think that it's something where this kind of like specific thing in this campaign that's become such a recurring issue for me is so frustrating. And, part of it's because I have OCD, like I'm diagnosed with OCD. And so the idea of having things be inefficient and things not be lined up correctly is like physically painful for me. Like, it's not just like, oh, I feel a little uncomfortable. It's like something I actively need to change, right? And it's probably not good for me with my OCD to play a game like Imperator Rome the way that I do, but it satisfies that... Oh, no, Gima died. It satisfies that, OCD need in such a fun way, while still being a fun game that I like playing. So, I know that my frustration with the Democrat faction in Imperator Rome is obviously a little out of proportion for the grand scheme of things, but it's just like, I just want to, like, not have to worry about that. It's just, yeah. I want to feel rewarded by the game for min-maxing and not feel like I'm being punished for it in a way that's sort of unpredictable. Speaking of things that are unpredictable, Gima Isawagan has died at 70, tribute to the soldiers, husband to the head of the Chilabelli family, and he was from the Isawagan family. Rest in peace, Gima. You were a real asset to the Republic, and you will be missed. There goes my high statesmanship 9 martial character. Who do we have to replace him? Anyone. And there's Consola. Is there anyone else not with any notable martial built up? I guess we can start setting someone up then. Miriam Bolsa? Oh yeah, you look very promising. Don't even need to have free hands because she's submissive, although she's also deceitful. Okay. Interesting. Alright, what are we looking at now for Divine Sacrifice? 45. Okay. I could probably make that better by switching these characters around, but I think we'll just build up PI for now and then get to that when we get to that. I will say that this campaign has given me a lot of experience with Republic management, which will be very helpful for Hegemony, where most countries you play as are republics in a kind of gameplay sense. So that certainly is an upside, to be sure. Especially because Imperator Rome tends to have so many countries not be republics. So it's kind of fun to experience this gameplay, but not playing as Rome, or like a Greek country. I guess we sort of are playing as a Greek country in just pure mechanical sense with all the nomenclature, but obviously we're not in Greece. Alright. Niyakata still looks like he's coming in. I'd really prefer to not have him come in, and I just spent like 30 plus PI, probably more than that actually, changing all of his policies specifically, so this is not ideal. But I don't think I can do much. I don't have the information that I need to know who is next and how close they are to being next, which is again information I really, really wish the system told me anything about. Is there any way for me to find this information? Can I see succession support in any way from any place in this entire interface? I don't think so. Yeah, in monarchies, it displays succession support in the character menu, but for some reason in republics, it doesn't display that, and I don't really know why. It shows Senate influence, which is not a useful thing to show on this menu, but I just don't understand. It matters more in a republic where you have elections to know who the candidates are than it does in other forms. Alright, do I run legal reforms? I think I don't right now. Let me save my PI. Save my PI. I can't see it. I can't see it. Okay. Let me use logic here to think about this. Who else would be a good candidate? Probably Governor of Zholoff. She doesn't have a lot of power base compared to... Actually, she's more power base. Is it popularity? I can smear him. That might... I mean, I guess I'll do what I can. Let me wait and see what happens now. It's just it's the best I can do here. Alright, we have another trade route. Did I lose a honey trade? I don't think I had double honey. Oh, I lost a vegetable trade. Alright, let me definitely fix that. Don't I have local vegetables? Where did the slave go? The slave moved away. Alright, let me bring a slave in from Agoniga Fall. There we go, double vegetables now. Okay, I can get double camels. Let me just get another camel for the commerce bonus locally. Also, just so I get the bonus, just because. Okay. After the January 1st tick, let's see how the election is looking. Mufuten Gratitude. The protection we've offered Mufuten has made a lasting impression on the people. They've approached us asking, ooh, okay. Ooh, okay. Where is Mufuten? I do not recognize. Literally, where are they? Oh, these guys over here? I mean... I'm getting all of these countries that I don't need to get this event for, getting this event. Like, how about the Sahara countries that I literally can't annex otherwise? I mean, I guess I can make them a client state. By all means. Alright. Little bit wasted. Okay, now we've got Ibrahim Bulsa. Again, this is just not what I need. I need Marshall. Marshall with an M and an Arshall after that. Please. Who? Alright, we're gonna smear him too. Trads do not like it, but I have enough support, it's fine. Please, just anyone. Is there any single person who can, with Marshall, be my candidate? All I want is to know what my options are. I just don't have that information in this vanilla UI, and it's really starting to grind my gears. Oops. This not you again. Okay, so this guy is better than the previous guy. Oh my god. Oh. Alright. I'm looking at Legion stuff now. I can't. The issue is even with Legions, the morale recovery is so dependent on the leader that it still will be a problem. Hold on, wait a minute. Am I right about that? Or is morale recovery based on the commander? Which of my governors has high marshal really quick? I must have one somewhere that is high marshal. Okay, Joel, anyone higher than that? Yeah, Joloff is probably best. Let me raise the Joloff levy for just a moment, just to test something. Yeah, it is ruler marshal. That's what I thought. Okay. So even if I'm paying for that, yeah, it's still going to be really, really bad no matter what I do. I mean, it would still probably be better long term to get to Legions. I still need so much tech to get there. Okay, let's do some math. I'm struggling this episode. This is a rough episode for me. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, hold on, 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, 54. 54 PI, because the new governor will change every policy to be the wrong policy. I literally, I can't, I can't do it. I'm so tired of this. All I want in the world is to know who my candidates are in this republic I'm playing as. How hard could that possibly be? Just tell me. The game knows who the candidates are. It's under the hood. It knows where everyone's succession support is. There's no reason this information can't be shown to the player. Why can't it just be a transparent system? It literally is possible because when you're playing as an aristocratic republic, it shows you who the runner-up is. Why is this so hard to understand for the developers of the system? This is basic things that any sort of strategy game with like a democracy or a republic type government would normally have. And it just... Oh, man, I'm getting more coffee. I'm having a rough day here. And please never mistake my exasperation for, like, not liking Imperator Rome or losing motivation for Imperator Rome. It's out of love, right? This is my chosen game of focus for my channel. I played this game for thousands of hours, and I obviously really like Imperator Rome, but these sorts of interface things have haunted me for years, and I'm just reaching a breaking point, honestly. Like, I wouldn't even be mad about this guy coming in. All I want is a martial character so I can do an episode where I conquer something. Why is that so much to ask? I've got the claims. I've been sitting on these claims for like 20 years now, waiting around for the game to randomly decide that a martial character will get support. Just please, all I want is martial on my Archon. I appreciate the finesse. Alright. At this point, I'm just gonna let it happen. I can't, I have nothing else I can do. I refuse to spend 54 PI cleaning up all the policies for it to not even potentially be the same character that gets... Alright, well... At the very least, I have a funny death to look at first. Razmata Zabrima was accidentally impaled on a battering ram. Alright, I don't know what's going on, but rest in peace, Razmata. Genebe Chelabele died from the advanced stages of a venereal disease. Alright, rest in peace, Genebe. This is a bit more of a consequential death. Obviously a long-standing Zeal character for the campaign and a temporary candidate. Rest in peace, Genebe. For all of my complaints and frustration with this game this episode, I am genuinely sad to see her go. Rest in peace, Genebe. You will be missed. Alright. I guess we'll have good finesse, at least in Ghana, but I just... Alright, you know what? I'm not going out. It's just like earlier when I did the government reform. I'm taking action. I'm not going to let this game just do whatever it wants. We're finding a governor to prop up. Who wants to be the next candidate, maybe? Who's got the power base to have a contender here? So we're looking for someone who can compete with this guy. So he's low popularity, low power base. I think we need a trad, most likely, given who's in charge, or who's in power right now, I should say. I'm thinking Joloff looks promising. Can I give you a cognomen? I need 50 popularity to do that, that's right. All of those attempted espionage missions, I guess it sort of did work, but all of those shenanigans have come back to haunt me, as I should have expected. This will be pretty quick, but it won't be quick enough for the rest of this election cycle. I just don't think I can do much with my low popularity now. So, it is what it is. Disagreement on the highest level. Poko Sawari, a woman of sound reputation, and Awa Sankara, a noblewoman of great virtue, have recently started to spar furiously whilst attending the assembly. Such behavior is unbecoming of these people of stature. However, we have been called upon to take a side in the latest conflict. Or I'll take the popularity. Sure. Alright. We can now go ahead and do this once I swap these guys around. Actually, I'm just going to wait one more month and just do it without the discount. I don't want to lose the happiness bonus from the Omen modifier if I don't need to. Alright, there we go. Now we have at least we've secured our stability. Like that was let's remember going into this just miserable episode that our goal was to like focus on stability and tyranny. This part has not gone so well because I've done so much governor switcheroo, which has involved a lot of spending tyranny to change policies, but at least my stability is in good shape. I'll take that. All right. And of course we've got nearly maxed out manpower. That's pretty good. Overall things are looking fine. Yeah, it's just... I'm also thinking I might switch down from increased wages. Let me do a quick corruption check. That'd be quite nice, actually, financially, to do that. This guy's very, very corrupt. He is ailing. I don't think it's worth it for that. I think I'm going to... Well... This would actually make a big difference. I'm doing it. I think with the tech we have enough corruption management that I should be able to get away with that. And I can do sanctions as well, though that does cost tyranny. At this point, I'd even be fine with a high charisma character coming in, so I can just have a tyranny reduction episode, but... alright. I don't think I can... I literally don't think I can do anything about this guy. Man, I could bring him to trial? I mean, what I can do... Well, let me scale back on the statements here. What I can do is I can replace him with another governor. That's 54 PI to replace all those policies. And I just spent all that PI to put those policies in place. It's out of my hands. I can't do anything. I mean, 9 finesse is good, but I mean, with bad morale recovery, is it really out of the question that I can fight Gao? Like, I can do it. I just don't normally want to go into a war of any scale of note. I mean, Gao is really not a huge enemy at this point. It would be more challenging, which I like, but I really prefer to have more martial on hand for a war like that, for like a war episode. I mean, strategically, Gao does have 4 forts, and the main issue as well with bad morale recovery is I'm just not going to have the assault power on hand if I can't recover morale fast enough. I can win. I mean, I can win the war. That part's not in question, but I'm worried about... Oh, Superior falls ill. Not ideal, but she is on her way out, so shouldn't be the end of the world. I think what I need to do, I need to see who this guy's successor ends up being. If we have another low martial successor after him, I might just go to war next episode. But if I have like a high martial successor after him, I think I will consider going for it. I think... So this episode has been very emotionally draining for me. It's just... And I think I should also sort of, like, speak on that. It's not like this episode in particular has had, like, political dynamics that have been more than usual frustrating. It's genuinely like a culmination of, at this point, well over 50 hours of this campaign, of the exact same dynamic in the gameplay that's built and built and built, right? And I've just genuinely reached a breaking point where I can't deal with it anymore. Like, I either make these changes in the code, assuming that it works, or I, like, retire the campaign and like, take a break, because I'm really running out of patience for this. And I think my idea of changing it, I'm even fine with the trad member being upset thing. Like, that's a little unfair, but like, that's fine. I can deal with that. It's just the grateful and scorned family's reaction for the parties. I just can't deal with this anymore. And I think shifting that modifier into it being about tyranny more might actually make technically the approval worse, but at least I feel accountable for that. Tyranny I have complained about so much before is a system I often feel like I have very little control over, right? And I've really changed my gameplay with Imperator Rome over the years to be so tyranny oriented. But I would rather feel like I am not being punished for min-maxing with these approval systems. So I think that's going to be what I do after this episode recording. We just get through the end of this episode, and then I see what I can do in the code, because I really am out of patience for this at this point. Alright. What's going on in the world? Media's still fighting... Oh, hold on. Media's not fighting Egypt anymore. What happened here? I guess it was like a white peace, maybe? Or I don't see any clear gain or loss of territory for either side. They're now fighting... or they're fighting the Pontics. Okay. What are you up to? They're fighting Gerha again. Okay. Big Bactria. Allied with Persia. Interesting. Okay. Let's just save up PI for next episode. I think, especially if I can successfully make this code change, I want to then sort of rebuild up the Democrat control, because I'll be fine to use them at that point. Like, I want to use them. Like, I want them to be part of the gameplay, but it's just... It's just been too much for me. I just can't deal with this anymore. And I might do a pretty thorough government and, like, even governor reorganization with Democrats being allowed back in. I just want to play as a republic without these shenanigans. Yuma Suwari, in his civic capacity, informs us that an opportunity has arisen. One of our most valued temples is in dire need of renovation. With enough investment, the building could become a shining beacon of our benevolence and architectural prowess. Yeah, I'll do this. Bad gains, renovated temple. That's a pretty good thing for bad. Permanently, I'm fine to lose this money right now. Release the funds. Alright. And I nearly have enough popularity to do a thing, but I don't think it's going to be enough. I could make one more attempt at this. You know, if I'm going to do a full reorganization next time anyways, I think I might push the button. Am I crashing out right now? Oh, you bet I am. Glasses are coming on. Alright, Nyakata Zabrima. I'm in like it's like a western. Like I'm in like the town is empty. There's dust bunnies like going across the road, and there's like a whistle music in the background. And I'm staring him down, Nyakata Zabrima. The time has come. Here, I can't believe I did that. Here we go. I'm replacing you with really anyone would be. Actually, let's not say anyone. Who do I want to come in here? And just for the last bit of the year, I'm not going to change the policies because I'm going to do everything at the start of the next episode. This is interesting. We have a minor character here for 9. No, I don't think so. Maybe I bring in a Democrat. If I have someone who's really good. Let's... Hold on. I guess Marshall's fine. Actually, I don't want Marshall here. I want Finesse. But I want someone who does have some Marshall. Duru Bulsa looks promising. Young character. 9-6, I'd go with that. He's loyal. Do we have anyone who has a little bit more finesse than that? Might be my preference. Who's not, like, super old either. Rigongo Bulsa is... He'd probably be fine. What's her health? Perfect health. Alright, 54 is a little on the old side for this kind of thing, but I think 7-7 is great. I also don't think this new character will become the candidate, but They might, and I'd be fine with Rigongo Bolsa coming in. Alright. I've done it. Okay. Let's find out together what we got here. Okay, so as usual, it's like these policies are not bad, but I'm gonna leave it all. I'm leaving it all. Alright, Rigongo. I'm putting my faith in you. Okay. This has been quite the episode. Oh, I almost clicked on that by accident. Tribal Chief, Polema offers friendship. I'm gonna just gain popularity. Also because friendship with Tribal Chief could cause problems. Once I'm no longer the Archon, you're gonna... Unless you go straight to Teguida, you're going to defeat yourself on the land. Okay, Nyakata Zabarima is now once again the expected Archon. He's not even employed. Like, why are people voting for you? Alright, so... Wait, this was the governor. Have people just not heard? Okay, let me give it a little bit. I was just thinking, wait a minute, this guy sounds familiar. This is literally the guy who was just the governor. Let's wait a little bit longer and see, because maybe things will update. Oh, this might help. Nyakata falls ill. Okay. I guess I'll get loyalty from him just for free. Okay. He's not the governor. He's sick. These are all reasons people may not vote for him. Please, just... there's so many trad characters you could vote for instead. Come on. Like, why is this guy in particular being given so much vote share? Like, I don't understand. Is there anyone else you could vote for instead of this guy? I essentially have spent 54 PI to have this guy not be the candidate, and they're still voting for him. Like, what? Where is this loyalty coming from? Come on. Come on, please. Voting politicians of Timbuktu. What? You had to go to the one spot where you won't... alright. Hold on. Just no morale needed. Let's just go in there and clear this out. Oh my gosh, that's a bit more substantial. Ooh, okay. I might actually have to pay you guys off. Oh my gosh. I think... Let me come back to you, actually. I don't want to pay that much. Let me first get this resolved. Okay. Where are you in my list? Here you are. Okay. Come on. I don't understand. Alright, I'm taking no chances. I'm smearing him again. This was a very inefficient smear, but I'm doing everything I can literally think of to get this guy to not be the candidate. And it's a 9 finesse guy. Like, I normally would be completely fine with that, but I've set my sights on it. Okay. This is not... Life is pain. Okay. Firing you. I don't... No other options here. Alright. Colon Bolsa, come on in. You have a lot of corruption. That's fine. Worry about that later. We've got half a year to find anyone possible with any marshal to be my Archon. Please. How hard could it possibly be? Alright. Really probably should address that. I mean, the Ghana levy is enormous. I can certainly deal with them with that. The Gene levy might be enough. What do we have? 14 cohorts? I think by the... Yeah, let me send the Gene levy. That was the furthest they could be raised at. Probably at Gene directly. Once they get here, these guys will be a bit weaker, I think. Keep maintenance on. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I just thought about something. Commanded cohorts does actually increase power base. I guess I've known that the whole time, but I've never really connected. Also, Bogor is near death as well. Okay. What if I raised all of my levies? Or not all of them necessarily, but raise the levy for someone I'm trying to have become elected right before the election. I've never thought about that, but that would actually kind of make a big difference. Let me wait a little bit longer, because I don't want the levies to be raised for no good reason. But yeah, this guy... They should stop voting for him, right? Okay, who do I have trad governor-wise that has some like something to work with? Yeah, hold on, Zoloff. Yeah, let me raise the Zoloff levy. That's a lot of power base. Okay, surely you would vote for her, right? And hold on, do I have... I almost have enough. Oh, I'm so close. Oh my gosh. I'm actually going to do it. Sponsor games. Do I want to do this? Come on, come on, come on. I'm so close. It's not going to be enough. I don't have time to do it, though. I'm not going to have enough time for 2 months. Or it'd be 4 months at 0.5. Oh my gosh. A loyal subject. Our ruler's efforts to influence Samara Zabarima are well underway. In a jovial mood, Samara approached Archon Sabiri, suggesting that a formal declaration of his loyalty and commitment to the Assembly would be a fine way of showing our appreciation. Ooh. I think I'm going to grab the PI, to be honest, here. I've got a lot of stability. Right after the tick. Come on. What? This guy. This unemployed guy. Why are y'all voting for him? I've got... Don't you all see the Zoloff levy? Don't you see it? Alright. I'm raising... I'm raising more levies. Let's raise... Okay, let me see here. Songhae? I mean, I just had their levy raised. Herox from Talis. I mean, they don't have a levy. Actually, that's this one up here. It won't be enough. It's not going to be enough anyways. I could raise the Gania levy as well. I mean, I guess I may as well try that too. Just any, please. Citizens abroad and free men at home. Some of our citizens have left Adwara Diaphanu to settle down in our vassal Sigil Massa. Settlement of Sigil Massa. This episode, they really want me to know about Sigil Massa and its exact location. Alright, that's fine. We get an exchange of pops. That's okay. Look at this PI. That is wild. But I'm going to hold on to it for now. Wait for the next episode to see what we're dealing with. I don't understand why they're voting for Molly. Okay, we got an oligarch. All right, now folks, it's time. Look at this, 7923. I couldn't have envisioned a better character. Now I'm sure some shenanigan will happen imminently, but first let me do everything I can to prevent that. So not Jenny, because I'm using them right now. Zoloff levy goes down, and Molly levy gets raised, and then who else? Gania levy goes down. Okay. And where's my Molly levy? Let's see. I almost have enough to do Cognum, and I don't think I have time. I'm very worried about this switching out at the last minute here, but I don't think I can do anything. Do I sanction you before you come in? I don't think your corruption affects your support. It might a little bit. I've not really seen that have a big role, though. I think I revoke free hands on you, and I sanction. Just so we're coming in with no problems on you. Okay, please. Timbuktuian Assembly, I have been so unbelievably patient with you for the last 50 to 60 hours. Please. 7-9 is so much more than I ever could have hoped for. Come on. December tick, please don't screw me over right now. Now, this can change during December. We've seen this before, but all I want is Mecha Sankara to be my Archon. I will literally, like, I don't know what I'll do. I'll be very happy. I was trying to think of something funny I could say, but okay. Come on. Look at that 10 power base. I don't understand. Again, it's like, why isn't the Joloff governor being considered more? Like, I just don't know, and this is also an oligarch character, so it's kind of even stranger, but we got Marshall, we've got oligarch faction coming in. Like, this is just great. Please. Please. Alright, this is actually kind of unnerving. I think we should be fine, but this is going to be a bit more of a dicey... Like, I thought they wouldn't go straight for Tillberry, but let's see what we can do here. It may happen next episode. It might happen over the course of the episode break, actually. That's kind of interesting. We shall see. Alright, the game is confident, so that's a good start. So speed 2. Okay, we're completely fine. We're completely fine. Barbs are really bad in combat. Alright, there we go. And that'll be that. That was basically as close as it could have been for a barb thing like that. But that's okay, because we're going to be going in to 280 with the unpopular console. Never one to challenge the status quo or even to do anything remotely considered interesting. Mecha Sankara has been elected Archon by a slim majority of dull buffoons in wine-stained togas. It would be fair to say perhaps that Mecha does not hold the confidence of the people in the same manner as the stoic rulers of old. I will happily spend 1,000 gold on 5 popularity. Mecha Sankara was elected to office and will now rule our glorious nation. 7! That's the key part. 9. And she even has good finesse. I didn't even really comment on that, but good martial and really good martial. Really good, well, pretty good martial, really good finesse. Big thumbs up for me. Oligarchs back in charge with build cost reduction and noble happiness. And then what to do appointment. Okay. Oh my gosh. 1st of January 280. This has been a very tumultuous episode with a lot of complaints and a lot of whining and frustration. But I think we've got our second win with a very, very good new Archon and a new vision for how I'm going to improve the campaign for myself. Also, it looks like we have Mala Sawari coming back. That's a very, very good next Archon as well. Okay, I'm feeling rejuvenated by these events here. I was really worried I'd be stuck with another low martial Archon and then another one after that, but we're looking pretty good here. We have a kind of unexpected oligarch resurgence as well. But we're going to see where things go in the next episode of the Timbuktu campaign. As I said, in between episodes, I'm going to look at the code and I think probably implement that change and finally give myself a break from dealing with the completely unmanageable Democrat faction in this campaign. And hopefully the effect works. I'm not entirely sure with the ongoing campaign if that change will work. I think it probably should based on how I know the code works, but I'm going to try it out and see if it makes a change. If it doesn't, you know, then it is what it is. If I can't change it, it's fine. I'll still continue playing the campaign, but I at least want to attempt to make that change. And yeah, that'll be it for this episode of the Timbuktu campaign. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.